So welcome back. Today's episode is an interesting one. I'm going to talk you through everything that I will eat in a day, meal by meal, calorie by calorie, as well as give you a couple of useful tips with some seasonings and some nice sauces that you can have on your food. So a lot of people out there who come to me as clients, I onboard them and they're like, can I have this sauce, can I have this sauce? And they're often surprised with the responses that I give them. So it's always good to give you a couple of useful tips in terms of how to make your meals interesting, because sustainability is key essentially for you to make the diet a successful phase. So yeah, today I'll just run through all meals, meal 1 all the way through to I think meal 4 with a pre and a post workout in, because it's a training day, and give you an insight into the foods that I eat. So I'm going to do the egg scramble because I know that I'll absolutely flop them if I do them fried. So I'm not going to apply that unnecessary pressure to myself today. If you don't want to use butter, which obviously you don't, a little bit of fry lime. Top tip. This is £70. Now 30 seconds, otherwise you could flop it. So you've got to be careful. 2 bacon medallions, 2 large free range eggs, 2 wholemeal breads, and 150 gram of chopped in tomatoes. I think I'm gonna have to have some ketchup, you know. I didn't want to put any on for camera, but ketchup. Don't buy any full fat. No added sugar, no added salt. So actually, per 15 gram, you've got 6 calories. And I didn't measure that, I should have, but probably 15 gram. So that's meal 1 done. Little bit of a break now, just going to head straight back into check-ins for probably another hour and a half, 2 hours, and then meet back in the kitchen for meal 2. So we're managing stress really well, which is good. But overall, I think, like you said, from this week's check-in, the real test was to get sleep back into a good spot, to make sure recovery capabilities was good, and to make sure that we transition into this week with applying the cardio and coming in with a lot better, tighter look, and I think we've achieved that, so very, very good on that standpoint. But obviously we've got quite pressing timescales to get you in shape here, so July the 28th, so we are going to get the foot firmly on the gas this week and apply a little bit of pressure. So I think we've got a VQ package here, so we'll see what's inside. So we've got the new Vanquish Icon Black Tapered Sweatpants. Nice. We've got them in blue, got them in grey, got them in khaki, and then we've got them in navy as well, and then black. Very nice. I'll see what they're like actually. I'll give you a little sneak peek because they're not actually out yet. They're not out. Oh yeah. So there we have it. They're nice actually, aren't they? Make the stretch fit as well. Stretch fit bottoms, which everybody's after. And then quite baggy on the top, which I like, so that's good. And if you're wondering, I take a size medium. So meal 2, we've got my favourite meal of the day actually, skier yogurt, frozen raspberries, and then just standard blueberries because the frozen ones don't digest too well. And then I'll show you how I make it. We've actually got peanut butter as well in this meal, just for some fats, so we'll get that out as well. 300 gram, so it's quite a hefty portion. Then 75 gram raspberries, 75 gram blueberries. If you can't do the maths, that's 150 mixed berries, just if you were wondering. And then 20 gram of the crunchy peanut butter from Bulk, which is actually really, really nice to be fair. 21 grams gonna have to do. Then we've got maple peanut butter for the yogurt this time. And then I actually do weigh this. So you don't want too many artificial sweeteners because they aren't great for digestion. So I just have 12 gram of that, Be careful with those, because I see a lot of people who will just absolutely smash them, and then on the next page like, yeah, I've got shit digestion, and artificial sweeteners aren't good for bloating, they're not good for digestion, so just be very careful with those. But that's your meal too. It's not the easiest on the eye, but it's probably I'd say my favourite meal of the day. So much better with the frozen raspberries, you know. And then we're always multitasking, so 18 notifications to get through on WhatsApp. So we'll eat meal 2, shift through some messages, and then we've got a bit of a twist today. We're heading into the town centre just to do a little bit of giving back. Just going to do a little bit of free diet advice to a couple of people in the caring environment, so give you a little glimpse of that if they're alright with us to film. If not, we'll head to the gym after that as well. So, as some of you will know who follow me on Instagram or who have watched the previous videos, I am fortunate enough to be sponsored by Nutri, so they do provide all my meals throughout the day. However, the main purpose of this video is to give something back to you guys, and to really give you an insight into, if I didn't have the luxury to be sponsored by such a great company, what I would do in terms of meals, how I would set that up, and then, like I said, just give you a couple of tips and give you an insight into how I'd structure my nutrition if I didn't have the luxury of being sponsored by Nutri. We've got meal 3 for Charlie. He's lucky enough to have the chicken breast slices, so he's not fed poorly, even though he's struggling with that large. Come on. Yep. That's it. He only has 40 gram. Last one. Good boy. Pre-workout meal. Heading to the gym to train pull today with Kyle. So we've got 1 New York cinnamon raisin bagel, 15 gram of jam, and 300 gram of pineapple. Nice and easy. So just arrived at Ultraflex. Just going to hit pull with Kyle. Nice session that we've got planned, and a few clips coming your way, and then we'll go back home for the food. So me and Kyle have been working together probably 8 months. Pretty big goals, to be fair. We're looking at competing. I want to get him in the show back end of this year just to touch the water a little bit, test the water, see where he's at, but I think he's more focused on 2022. So I'm just keeping a close eye on him at the minute, because when he's on his own he tends to push a lot of sets, his intensity drops off a little bit, so I'm just making sure that we're making the minor tweaks to bring everything up. The goal generally is to add muscle everywhere. I think if he's going to be competitive in the men's physique category, that we need more tissue everywhere, chest, arms, shoulders, back. And I think we're on course to do that. What are we, 4 weeks into off season?
Yeah.
4 weeks into his off season, food's in a decent spot, and we're just going to keep pushing throughout summer, I think. See where we get to back end of August, and that'll probably determine if we compete back end of this year or start of next year, but it just needs to be mad enough to fucking test some waters. I even measure the milk. Alright, so post-workout, nice and simple really. 75 gram of Cocoa Pops, 150 ml of skimmed milk and 30 gram of whey protein. Quick spike of carbs. Usually eat this typically once my heart rate's come down a little bit, so journey back from gym and then straight into my post-workout. I'm gonna say it. The chocolate ones are shit. The white chocolate ones are way better. I'm disappointed. So we're actually on to what meal? What meal are we on? Is this
5?
Meal 5. Meal 5. Bit of fry light. And then this is my signature dish. If I was ever to cook for anyone, this is what I'd cook them. So what we've got here is 200 gram of chicken, and then I like a simple life. So many years I boiled rice. And now I just get the simple packaged rice, Uncle Ben's. And the reason for that is because there's very little difference actually. I think they add a little bit of sunflower oil in, but in terms of actual quality and in terms of macros, it's very, very similar. So that's why I have for simplicity. American barbecue seasoning. Now, I see a lot of meal preps on Instagram and I see a lot of dry chicken. So all you have to do to prevent dry chicken is just add a touch of water. So here you've got the top 3, the good front 3. You've got your pink Himalayan salt, as always, help with nutrient transport. Then you've got your sriracha, then you've got your Uncle Ben, but you've got to apply them correctly. So get these on scales. I'm only going to have 50 gram. Just because I also have a little bit of sriracha. Shit. 62. So we've got Mexican style rice. Now I often get asked by a lot of clients as well, what's better, Uncle Ben's, Asda's rice, Morrison's, Tesco's. Now you actually look, if you're trying to cut costs or you just generally want to save a little bit of money, the Asda's is 36p. Uncle Ben's is £1 or even sometimes 150, and the macros are very, very similar. So just bear that in mind if you are on a budget or you generally. I prefer the taste of Asda's in truth. I think it's mixed better than Uncle Ben's. So just bear that in mind, I think. Dreaded part. Final touch. It's mugged me right off. Meal 5, 200 gram of chicken, half a pack of Uncle Ben's rice, and then 100 gram of tender stem broccoli. Final meal of the day, 200 gram of 5% lean beef mince, and then we've got 65 gram of dry weight pasta. And I'll talk you through the sauces to make this meal interesting as well. Right, so you've got here dolmio, low fat bolognese. So per 125 gram serving, you've actually got 43 calories. I've literally just had 60 gram, so just 20 calories just for that. And that's gonna make your mince a lot nicer than if you're having it dry. So another top tip. And then a little bit, again, pink salt. And with every meal. There you have it. No beans. We've got 200 gram of 5% lean beef mince, and we've got 65 gram of dry weight pasta. So that is my final meal wrapped up. So that's that full day of eating. Gaz will kindly put the calorie breakdown and the macro breakdown so you can understand in terms of what's going in. And hopefully that video helped you to structure your meals and set up your nutrition plan, and hopefully make your meals a little bit more interesting. So remember to like, subscribe, thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in to the next episode.